Good morning everyone, it is time. A Curse for True Love is out! How exciting! The drought is over, the book is here. You can stop wondering what happened at the end of The Ballad of Never After, and we can read this book and find out all the answers, and hopefully Evangeline and Jax get a happy ending. I have such a plethora of emotions about this book being out now. I'm so happy it's here because I've been so excited for it, but also I am really sad that it's the end, that this is the last book. Like, after I read this, then there's no more Jax content or Evangeline content or Caraval universe content that we know about. I read Caraval 2 years ago. That book found me when I needed it most. I feel there's no such thing as being late to a party for a book. You find the right book at the right time. So if you read a book that's really popular in 5 years' time, that's the right time for you. I read Caraval 2 years ago, nearly 3, and I fell completely in love with that universe, as you know if you watched my last video. And when I'd finished the Caraval series, Once Upon a Broken Heart was coming out the next year, so I didn't have too long to wait before we had more content in that universe, more characters, more Jax creating chaos as usual. But now we're finishing this, there's nothing on the horizon yet. We know Stephanie Garber's writing something new, but there's nothing officially been announced. And so when I finish this, what the hell do I do then? I find another book to read and get hooked into, but because this author's writing and universe means so much to me, it really feels quite final reading this book and that being the last one for now of this series, of this universe, and having to say goodbye to this trilogy that has made me so happy. So I feel a whole plethora of emotions. I'm excited and scared, and I'm sure it's going to make me cry and it's going to make me laugh, but I thought I'd do a fun little reading vlog so you can see my reactions along the way. I will keep this spoiler free because I know how annoying it is to have spoilers released for a book that's so hyped so quickly after the release, because some people just storm through and read it in a day, which is fine, but some people can't do that, which again is also fine, and I should respect that. So I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I will share my responses, and I'll try and make this a fun little reading vlog and just share with you what I think along the way. I am myself going to read it really slowly, because not really slowly, but like I'm going to make myself slow down to read it, because I really don't want to just storm through it and read the whole thing in a day like I did with Ballad, especially because this is the last one. I really want to savour it. So yeah, I'm going to try and force myself to slow down with this. I did that with Percy Jackson as well, which actually I think I managed to read that in like 3 days, which for me is pretty good because the book wasn't big anyway, so I could have read that in a day, but I made myself slow down for it. I've got my normal copy, I've got a signed copy arriving today, which is very exciting, and I have one coming from overseas soon. Actually I have 2 coming from overseas, 2 different books. As a disclaimer, I know I'm very lucky to be able to buy multiple copies of my favourite books. I do save up to be able to do so. I work full time and I have no social life, so it's not just something that I take for granted. But yeah, I have a few special editions arriving, which when they do arrive I will unbox and share on here as well. But can we talk about this cover? How gorgeous is that? Like, you've got the potion bottle there, a wolf print or paw print there, you've got what looks like an anatomical heart there, and we've got all these gorgeous flowers and these like stained glass windows. I am loving this. And on the back it says, "May the best villain win." We all know who the best villain is and who deserves to win. Apollo, you can take a big step back. Let's look at this hidden cover underneath. I've got 2 hidden covers out of 4 so far. We've got the wolf head, and how gorgeous is that? Look at that foiling. And you've got the apple, the wolf head, the big wolf head here, another little wolf here by the looks of it. Oh, is that a fox? That's a fox, that's a wolf. And then down here we've got a dagger. I love these foiling designs. I think they're absolutely stunning, and I think they make the books really special. I love seeing how creative they are and how with every book series they changed them. They kept that running theme. And then in this one we've got the apple design, so it's the same 4 corners, but this one is an apple design in the middle, and oh, I just love them. I just love them. You'll also remember that when I went to meet Stephanie Garber, if you watched my last video, I got given a little sampler of Curse for True Love, but I refused to read it because I said if I read the sampler I was going to want to go straight into the book and I wouldn't be able to do that, so I deliberately held back and didn't read it. So I'm going to read that sampler first, which has the first 2 chapters, so I can see what I would have read a couple of weeks ago, and then I'm going to go straight into the book. See you soon. so I just read the sampler. Oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't read this at the event because I would have been screaming and wanting the next book now. No spoilers, but I hate Apollo so much, and all I want in A Curse for True Love, I want a lot of things, but the only thing I need in A Curse for True Love is for Jax to punch Apollo in the face. I need that to happen. I'm sold. I'm invested already. 2 chapters in and I am sold. I am so ready to re-enter this universe. Oh, I have missed these characters. I've missed this world. It's time for the rest of the book. Okay, so obviously I just read the sampler, which is not the finished book. It's just a couple of chapters into the finished book. But I just opened the finished book and oh my god, no spoilers, but there's little bits I want to show you. Basically like the dedication and the map, because they are stunning. Look at this. So here you have the book, looking all beautiful with its lovely foiling, stained glass windows, and then you open it. Look at this map. How gorgeous is that? Every time there's a map in one of Stephanie Garber's books, they're always so beautiful. But look at this, look at the little fox and the tents and the horse there. Oh, such a gorgeous map. And I love this dedication for anyone who's ever hoped for a second chance, because I think that's something that we can all relate to. Right gang, 2 more books have just arrived. There's another Waterstones normal one, and the cover I've got the dagger. So I've got 3 out of 4 secret covers now, which is very exciting. And now I've got my signed copy. I'm just so excited to have a signed exclusive copy of the last book. So let's have a little look at this cover first. I got the paw print! I think that means I've got all 4 secret covers already. Oh my god! That's without even looking at the signature page. Oh. This makes me so happy. I need to stop filming now before I start crying on camera because that's embarrassing. Alright, little reading update. I'm that much into it and I love this world. I love the way that Stephanie Garber writes. It's a really comforting way. Like, her books are the definition of cozy fantasy, because I love the descriptions of all the dresses and the settings and the weather and the food and the like towns and shops and everything. I just love the way she brings everything to life with like the food they eat sounds so yum. I want to eat it all. I can picture it there and then. The dresses, oh, I'm getting so much envy that they're not real and I want them so badly. The weather, like I'm reading about rain hitting the windows and I'm like, oh, I can hear it and I can feel the fireplace heat. And I just want to be in this world forever. I love this world that she's created, the Caraval universe. That whole world is just like another home to me. It's so comforting, it's so real, and it's so vividly described and brought to life. And I love it so much. Apollo, like I had like maybe half a second where I was like, okay, I can understand your behaviour. And then he went the other way again. And I was like, no, I still hate you. So you're still not in my good books. Well, hello there, it is Editing Layla here, and Editing Layla is here to say, on the subject of Apollo, something I thought about, which was really interesting, is normally when you've got a POV of someone you don't like, you're like, ugh, not this person again. But I actually found that when Apollo had a POV, I didn't mind, because even though I hate him, I was really intrigued to learn about how his head was working. So yeah, little fun tidbit that I found quite interesting. Moving back to the video, and I am beaming every time Jax is mentioned. I have missed him. I've missed our mischievous magic Prince of Hearts, and I'm so happy every time he is mentioned in the book. Every time I see his name, every time they talk about him, I'm like, oh, that's our boy, the one that's known for being probably the complete opposite of what we'd want in real life, and probably a little bit evil and should probably be in prison, but that's our boy. I love him. So yeah, I am loving every page and I'm only that much into it, and I'm just really excited to see where the story goes because it is just taking me completely by surprise. I'm loving it. Gonna go back in now. I hope you enjoyed my unusual facial expressions in the time lapses you just watched. As you can see, this book is making me laugh, it's making me angry, it's making me smile, and it's nearly making me cry already. So I don't know if you just saw my reaction at the end of that little time lapse, but I am very excited for this next chapter. No spoilers, I will show you the chapter title heading though. This is why I'm so excited. He's back! Our boy is coming back. It's his point of view this time. Let's go. Well, the Curse for True Love crying count has started. Number 1, chapter 11. Jack's Prince of Hearts. I love you, you have my heart, and then more. We're only a third in. This is so ridiculous. Alright, a little update done. Let's go back in. Later this evening now, and I'm just doing a last little check-in before I read one more chapter and go to bed. Yeah, I'm that far into it. The more that Apollo speaks and acts and just breathes, the more I dislike him. Like, I am just... That's not a spoiler, because I didn't like him going into this book because of book 2. But he's not redeeming himself, and I'm just like, you are just a horrible person. The more he says, the more he does, the more I'm like, I want Jax to punch you in the face, but I'm going to beat him to it. I'm going to jump into the book head first and I'm going to punch him in the face. That is a villain. Stephanie Garber, you know how to write someone that I don't like. You know how to write a man I want to punch in the face. And I'm not an aggressive person. But Apollo's pushing my limits. Stephanie Garber, what are you doing to me? Jax remains to be... He owns my heart. That has not changed. And this book is full of twists, and I'm loving the twists. I'm loving the, like, surprises. I'm loving the intrigue and the mystery and the adventure. Yeah, I'm loving every page, and the descriptions, everything's being brought to life so beautifully, and I've already mentioned that. But that every new chapter, every new scene, every new setting is so vividly brought to life that I could just imagine I'm there so seamlessly. And I love that immersive feeling in a book, in a fantasy. Like, this feels like cozy fantasy, like I said earlier, but it feels like a real fairy tale, which I think is the point of this book. I think Stephanie Garber's done it deliberately. It does feel like a fairy tale for adults. Like, this feels like I'm reading an adult fairy story, and I just love that feeling. And I'm sure more chaos is going to ensue because things are just starting to kick off a little bit. So I'm looking forward to what comes next. I've got my little Evangeline here with me that I got from Fake Rate, and I am going to read one more chapter, then call it an early night. So, see you whenever I see you. Shot myself in the foot because I just read a chapter that made me so happy. I've just been beaming that whole chapter, and now I don't want to stop, but I'm forcing myself to stop because I know what will happen. I'll keep reading, and then it'll be like 4 o'clock in the morning and I'll finish the book and I'll be really sad that it's over. But oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I love this book. Good morning everyone. It's the next day now, and I woke up this morning and genuinely was like, I've got more Curse to read. So I love the fact that I have something to look forward to today. I have woken up with the excitement of knowing I've got more to come in Curse, and I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. Today I've swapped out my Jack's earrings for these ones. I get like Evangeline vibes from these, I don't know why. But yeah, I put these in today. And yeah, I am excited to carry on with the adventures and see what's going to happen. It's all the wonderful feelings. I have already seen people posting their reviews being like, I finished the book already, I read it in less than 24 hours, and like, I'm genuinely happy for them. But it keeps on like hitting me right in the gut like full force that like when I'm finished with this book, then this series is done. Like there's no more books in this series coming. There's no more books in the Caraval universe coming that we know about yet. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself when this series is finished, because like this universe has been a part of my life now. That sounds really sappy. It's been a part of my life. But it has, like, since reading Caraval, like, I've had books in this series consistently to keep me going and to look forward to for, like, nearly 3 years now. So what the hell am I going to do when it's done? So I'm really happy for everyone who's finished it already, but, like, how are you coping now? I'm not going to cope, and I'm, like, that much through, and I'm going to read some more today, and I just don't know what to do with myself afterwards. And I can't stop myself reading it because I want to read it, and I'm making myself slow down. But when it's done, what then? I'm sure I've got more things I could be doing with my day, apart from just reading, but I actually don't know what they are right now. Like, I can't think of anything I need to be doing right now. And I'm not 100% well anyway, so I'm, like, kind of using that as an excuse to not do anything and just recover. So there is that. And also today is perfect book weather, so all night I could hear the rain like hammering against my window, which is one of my favourite sounds anyway. And I woke up this morning and it was still absolutely chucking it down, so it's perfect. Curl up in a corner and read weather. This is the weather for book nerds. Extremely quick check-in. This is proving to be a lot darker than the last 2 books. Is Stephanie Garber quite alright? Spoiler-free update, this book has me giggling and kicking my feet and beaming! I can't say any more than that. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Never thought I'd be one of those girlies who's like kicking my feet, giggling and beaming, and, you know, doing all the happy things, because that's not the sort of person I normally am. But this book has proved an exception. I just read a chapter and I'm there like, oh, I want to say so much more, but I can't. I love it so much. This is making me so happy. Curse for True Love crying cat 2. Brilliant. Only Stephanie Garber could single-handedly turn me into a romance girly. Giggling, kicking my legs, putting a trope in here I normally hate but suddenly I love. Oh my god, I am now a romance girly because of Stephanie Garber. The bit I just read, oh my god. Next chapter, like, now. Curse crying count went up again by 1. I've just calmed myself down. I just read chapter something, cried a 3rd time, and I can't even pretend I'm surprised, because if we look at my history of Stephanie Garber books, I cry consistently through all of them. But there's this really lovely moment that I can't say too much about. It's a passionate speech made by Evangeline, and I was gone. I'm still slightly gone. I've got like a 1/3 of the book left and I'm really scared because I don't want to finish it. Like, I want to finish it because obviously I'm loving every page and I want to know what happens, but like I keep saying, I don't want to say goodbye. I think I'm going to probably end up finishing it tomorrow. Great. I've not read huge amounts more tonight because I have got literally like that much left. Like I said, I think I'm going to finish it tomorrow, and I know it's just a book series and I can always return back to it when I feel like it, but it's just getting very real and it's just making me very emotional and very sad. It's been a whole plethora of emotions. It's been happy to be reunited, excited at what's to come, full of happiness at the book itself, and obviously the melancholic sadness that is the last one. I know Stephanie Garber will write more books, like she's an author, it's what she's going to do, but when I finished Caraval we had something confirmed and now we don't. And I know lots of other readers are feeling the same way. I have a feeling that when I do finish it, I'm gonna be in, like, you know, those worst ever reading slumps where you finished a book that's so good that you don't want to read anything else. so I can see myself finishing it and then just rereading the whole series again, which really I shouldn't be doing when I've got this many books unread, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, the same as yesterday, I'm going to read one more chapter and then go to bed. Although tomorrow I did promise my little brother I would carve a pumpkin with him because he's very excited about the idea of doing that, so maybe I won't finish it tomorrow, but the fact that I've got less than 100 pages makes me think that I definitely will. Anyway, one more chapter. Morning. It feels like I'm in mourning for a book and I've not even finished it yet. Good then. Maybe if I just don't read the rest of the book, it just won't finish. If I just leave it like that and don't read anymore, I don't have to say goodbye. She's not doing well, bestie. And I haven't even started reading yet. I'm reading downstairs, but I've borrowed my brother's room to film and updating because it's a bit quieter. I can now understand the relationship between Teller and Jax in finale and legendary. I'm saying nothing else, but I just read a bit and I now understand Teller and Jax a bit more. If you know, you know. I now understand. Stop filming for a bit because I couldn't see the book because I cried so much. I'm going to take a bit of a break, carve pumpkin with my brother and then carry on. This book is destroying me. It's ripping my heart out. It's the perfect finale. Stephanie Garber, what have you done to me? This isn't even the end. So I'm going to take a break now to compose myself before I carry on because that last chapter I just read made me cry more than I was anticipating. This book has given me proper whiplash. I just read some more of it and I'm like, there's so much going on. And I'm feeling so many emotions. I'm really near the end, I can tell. I'm just going to have to finish it. Like, I keep prolonging it and procrastinating it. I've just looked and I've got 5 chapters left. No spoilers at all, but the one thing I said I wanted and the one thing I said I needed, I got in this book. I am going to print this page out and I'm going to hang it around my room. I got what I wanted, I got what I needed. The sentence was so satisfying to read. Oh my god, the cheer I just let out. Yes, that was so worth the wait. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so dark and creative and I love it. It's been a long time since I've cried at a book like this, to this extent. Just finished it and it was the most perfect ending to a series. It was the most perfect goodbye to characters I love. I couldn't have wished for a better finale, but now it's left me like this. I don't even know how to end this video. I knew I'd cry a lot. I didn't think it would be that bad. I'm gonna have to give myself time to process and then come back and end this video properly. But needless to say, my reaction is one of happiness, of sadness, and of contentment for the perfect ending to the perfect story. So, definitely worth it. Hello, it's post-editing Layla, so I'm still editing the video you're watching much later when this Fairy Leap Parcel arrives, which shows you how long that video is taking me to edit because all I do is work. But I got a very exciting fairy loot box, which has a very special edition of this book in it. I also have my Barnes & Noble copy, which I never showed on camera, so I'll be showing that one as well. So, I've not even looked at like fairy loot pictures of this book because I wanted it to be a surprise. So you're getting my unfiltered reaction. Oh my goodness. The edges! Oh my god! I'm going to include a picture after this clip of all 3 editions together because they're going to look so good together. Oh my gosh. So this is the fairy loot copy of The Curse of True Love in its purple colours. The edges, is that, oh look at the little bird. Oh. And the back has got May the Best Villain Win. Let's look under the dust jacket. Oh my god, the artwork. Oh my god, look at the foiling. It says, the greatest love story ever told. Oh, I agree. Oh my goodness, and it's the same on the back. The tale of Evangeline Fox and the Prince of Hearts. Oh, I'm gonna cry over a book. Back end of papers. Oh, I love them. And then this is what the dust jacket looks like. I think it's kind of reversible. Oh. How beautiful is that? This fairy loot book is on another level, and it is of course signed. Oh, I love this so much. Let me put the dust jacket back on. What a beautiful way to conclude a special fairy loot series. Next we have my Barnes & Noble copy. This arrived a while ago but I forgot to film it, so here is the beautiful pink Barnes & Noble copy. When you open it, the dust jacket does not have anything reversible on the inside, but the foiling on the hardcover book says The Ballad of the Archer and the Fox, and I love this. It has that really like traditional old school style book vibe and I love it. This has got a bonus epilogue which I have not read yet. I love this book. I love this copy. I am so grateful to own these copies. So grateful. I think there's one more copy I need to show you. The last copy is my special, well, standard, but it's special to me, standard US copy. I've got one of these for every copy of the book. So I've got one for Once Upon a Broken Heart, one for The Ballad Never After, and one for The Curse of True Love. I always wait to buy these until Stephanie goes on her US book tours. Because every US book tour she's gone to for this series, she's gone to an independent bookstore which is shipped to the UK. It's been a different one every time, but every time I've been able to find an independent bookstore that's shipped to the UK and does personalisation. So I got her to sign for Layla, Stephanie Garber, a Curse of True Love copy. So that is the end of this collection of books until paperbacks come out. I'm really grateful to own this many books and be able to be in a position to get this many books. This series means so much to me, as you know, and I'm just so happy. Morning friends, it's still editing Layla. I've still not edited that video, but I just had a box arrive, which I think is my fake crate box with the dust jacket and a print. So I thought I'd open it on camera so you can see what it is. So first up we have this, which I think is the dust jackets. I don't normally go in for dust jackets, but I got told this was like a hangover kit, which Faye Crate have done before, and I've never got one. So I thought if I'm going to be hungover from any book, it's probably going to be A Curse for True Love. And I was right, so if I'm going to get a hangover kit, it might as well be this one. And yeah, these are the dust jackets. So let's look at them in order. Right, this is the first one for Once Upon a Broken Heart, and that is Evangeline on the front there by herself. And then we have The Ballad of Never After. Oh, wow, I like this one. And there you have got the Prince of Hearts, Jax himself. Oh, I love the artwork for these. These are beautiful and so intricate. And because I've got a fair few copies of the book, I could definitely put these dust jackets on one of them. And then this one, oh wow. This one is for the final book, A Curse for True Love. How stunning is that? Oh my god. I will put a little video here so you can see what they look like on the books. We've got this gorgeous print and letter from Stephanie Garber. I love that. Then, of course, we've got the book. Now, I didn't really need the book, but I wanted the other two bits. So I now just have an American copy. I might see if any of my friends would like the American copy. But yeah, this is just a standard US hardcover copy of The Curse of True Love. I'm very happy with that. What a lovely hangover kit. Thank you, Faye Crate. She's not doing well, besties, but she's doing as well as she's gonna do, so let's do this video now, shall we? I hope you found this reading vlog somewhat entertaining or interesting or any positive emotion, because I enjoyed making it, even if my face and reaction says otherwise. I love this universe so much, as you know. I love Stephanie Garber's writing, and I love how at the end of Caraval I had this series to look forward to immediately. I don't love the fact that I've just said goodbye to one of my all-time favourite characters, which is Jax. But I do love that we got an ending that was satisfactory. I've got to be really careful not to say any spoilers. This book series was the perfect continuation from me from Caraval, that series. Like, this was the perfect series to continue that universe and continue to make me happy and make me feel at home and bring me comfort. So I am so eternally grateful for this series. I have seen people saying they were disappointed by this third book. It was the complete opposite. I had high expectations and Stephanie Garber surpassed them. I couldn't have wished for a better last book if I tried. Like, this was everything I was hoping for and then more. And it was truly a wild ride, and I loved every single page from start to finish. I can't wait to see what Stephanie Garber writes next, whether that's in the Caraval universe or out of it. And I just hope we get an announcement of her new book soon. I know she's not really watching, but this is an open thank you to Stephanie Garber for creating a world that means so much to me and makes me feel so safe and at home and brings me so much comfort and so much happiness. I thank you for the characters that are so real to me. They feel like my friends and have made me laugh and cry and scream and throw my book and shout and do all the wonderful emotions a book should make you do. I am so thankful for this book series, this universe. Anyone who wants to pick up the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, I cannot recommend it enough. I also hugely recommend the Caraval series. I hope you enjoyed seeing me get emotional. I didn't know if this was going to make it to YouTube, so if you're watching it, welcome to me crying over my favourite places and books and characters and worlds and stuff. Please don't judge me too harshly. You can laugh at me because I'm laughing at me, but in a nice way. Don't be mean. And to anyone who reads this and needs emotional support, I'm here. I'm your emotional support. Come and talk to me. Let's chat about this book together. I think that's all I've got to say. So, until the next video, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you all soon. Bye!